The Houston Texans just made a pretty big move in re-signing a certain player, making him the highest paid at his position. A little bit of a contract extension. Nick Caserio has been in the lab doing a lot of restructurings, a lot of re-signings, signing players to long-term deals, and it's been a pretty good offseason. Today, on Texans Digest, we're going to break it down as to what the plan is for the future. Caserio doing the right thing, the wrong thing, and this extra long contract, it could be a little controversial. So we're going to break it down, the good and the bad, to who they just signed. A great cornerstone player, but how much juice does he have left in the tank, and is it an overpay? We'll talk about it all on Texans Digest. If you're new to the channel, really appreciate everyone with the support. Also, comment down below, how has the Texans offseason been? I really want to know your guys' thoughts. Always love to see the comments, but again, 94% of you are not subscribed, so really would appreciate any of the support you would love to give to Texans Digest. Again, news is coming daily. Let's break it down in terms of what they just did. Danielle Hunter just re-signed a contract extension of a 1 year, $35 million. And that'll make him the second highest paid, right behind Myles Garrett. $54 million guaranteed over the next 2 seasons. And I say controversial move because Hunter, he's had a couple years where you look at the stats, he's been good. Second highest paid, though, I'm not too sure. The good news from this move is that they managed to break his cap hit from this year from around $28 million down to $20 million, so they converted a lot of that salary to next season. He'll be on a $30 million cap hit next season, and who knows where Hunter will be at, around 30 years old, so getting around that threshold as to will he be with the team after next season, who knows. I love the lethal duo of Hunter and Will Anderson, but it's a matter of how long can that connection stay. You might have to look to the future to have an edge rusher because you don't want to re-sign him for a multi-year deal, $35 a year. That's kind of crazy. But again, another controversial move, mainly because this resets the market. I'll get to that in a second. But Hunter gets a lot of money. Yes, he played awesome last year. Excellent. Deserved every dollar. But with the way things are kind of structured now, you think to yourself, can you pay everyone on the Texans team? You just gave Stingley a big contract. You need to pay Stroud. Jalen Pitre's getting up there. Nico Collins is I know it sounds stupid, but a couple of years, his contract is going to have to be re-signed. So, again, and then you still got to address offensive line. Tight end's a little weak. For what Nick Caserio has been able to do year in, year out, I mean, you just look at kind of what he's been able to do. He has kind of cut down on a lot of cap numbers, and I love the moves that he's been able to make. He's basically gone to everyone saying, hey, can you lower your contract? The Stingley re-signing, a lot of that was to signing bonus, but next year his cap number is going to be up there. So the way Caserio is running things, he's basically putting everyone's contract at a minute, very good. So, it honestly, I love how he's attacking this. However, Hunter's contract, I don't know how it looks for the future. Right now, what he's able to do this offseason, that's what a general manager is supposed to do. Look at this year. What can you do to maximize the most out of your players this season? Restructure deals, get the most out of everyone that you can, and figure it out from there. As for Hunter, second highest paid, 5 out of 6 seasons he's had double-digit sacks. Number 9 in sacks among active players. So, again, you can argue and agree to disagree. The overpaid, the controversial signing. I feel like although fans are kind of like, hey, well, he deserved the money, I have to bring out the fact that it has to be mentioned that it could be a little controversial of a contract. The only reason I'm not too really worried about it is because it's a 1-year deal and it does clear up cap for this season. And even next year, he's only a $30 million cap hit. Yes, that sounds like a lot. The guaranteed money is a lot, but honestly, I don't hate the contract. It's a solid deal. I'm a little annoyed with how much money he got, but again, he deserved it. He played really well last season, did really well with Will Anderson, and I mean, just look at his stats. I mean, Danielle Hunter was incredible last season. 17 games, first season with the Texans, by the way. 12 sacks, 17 tackles for loss. I mean, he was in the backfield almost every single play. And when you have somebody like a veteran, like Hunter, who plays as dominant as he did last year, hopefully he stays on the field, with Will Anderson, another young stud, right behind him, I mean, that's what you want to see, is Hunter doing the dirty work and Will Anderson doing his thing as well. So the biggest thing with me was I loved Jonathan Grenard. Grenard on the Texans was one of my favorite players because he was underrated. He had that speed off the edge. But Hunter is a different breed. So love Hunter. You got to give him the money. And just looking at kind of the Texans kind of free agency so far, Danielle Hunter, check. Derek Stingley, check. Cam Robinson, Ronald Darby. I wanted to talk about that, but the Ronald Darby signing was terrible. I don't know why they got him. It's a depth piece. He's not very good. Jaguars fans hate him. I mean, he was so bad last year, just in coverage. But the point of what I'm getting at here is Nick Caserio is just a mastermind. I mean, he's done it so well for the Texans. I mean, rarely missing on draft picks. The only one I can remember that he swung and a miss was Kenyon Green. That was it. That was the only question mark where I was like, okay, what are you doing? But, I mean, I'd fully, hey, Caserio, take the wheel. I'm fine with it because this team has turned out to be better than I would have ever hoped, especially throughout the Deshaun Watson saga, getting 3 first-round picks for him. Caserio is just smart, patient, concise. He's got a plan. That's what everyone is saying. Caserio has a plan. As far as the future, I wouldn't really get too worried. The thing is Caserio will always find a way to make cap space. Whether it's next year, this year, 3 years from now, as long as Nick Caserio is the general manager for the Houston Texans, he will find a way to make some cap space. You look at basically all the guys on the screen. Hunter, Stingley, Howard, Autry, all renegotiated or extended. I mean, the biggest thing for the Texans last year was their defense. I mean, how good is this defense going to be when you still get Danielle Hunter for an extra season? You give him paid, and he's a happy guy. He's like, yeah, I'm the second highest paid defensive end. Let's go. I mean, he deserves it, but why not give him some extra motivation going into this season? You have a nasty front line. Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, and then interior, you have Fullerendo Fatukasi as well as Sheldon Rankin. So that's another scary piece. But the defense is good. It's really good. And now you're looking at the lowest kind of thing I think about the defense is, one, either the linebacking core, or two, the interior defensive line. I don't think the interior defensive line is anything crazy, but maybe if they have one nose tackle, they can have Sheldon Rankins, who fit in the scheme pretty perfectly a few years ago. And, I mean, just look at all these guys. I mean, Lassiter, a stud last year. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, what a move that was from Nick Caserio. Jalen Pitre will be back and healthy. Kalen Bullock was an absolute stud. Safety, corner, rookie. I mean, unreal. Stingley, hope he stays on the field. I don't want to have to say that, but he's dealt with a lot of injuries. When you give a corner that much money, he is 23 years old, so he's got time. But Derek Stingley, a monster when he's healthy. I mean, one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Henry 202, Azeez Al-Shaair, Christian Harris, Jake Hansen, whatever linebacker depth you want to call it. You got the one guy from the Chargers. This Texans team, the defense will take them to the promised land. It very well be. This is a top 10 defense. The offense is the biggest question mark. So I love this re-signing, but I also feel like, do you question the amount of money that Danielle Hunter is making? I feel like the controversy comes from either the fans, whether it's outside the Texans. As far as what I was reading, you have to bring that up. And I really don't think it's anything crazy to really talk about because Hunter's going to go out there and perform. The only reason he doesn't do anything is because of a setback. And we're not going to talk about that because that's what jinxing is for. But anyway, back to the offense. I have to mention the offense because the offense is probably the biggest struggle right now. CJ Stroud he had a great rookie season, but the offense has kind of struggled to find an identity. And I know we're talking about a defensive signing and a re-signing and a contract extension for Danielle Hunter, but you have to, for me, I have to bring up the fact that Stroud needs to get things going with this offense this season. It is now on the offense to go make it happen, go to a AFC championship for the first time as a team. That would be incredible. That's my goal for the team this season. Make it to an AFC title game. You don't have to win it. Just get there. They've never, ever been there. And for the offense that this team possesses, they have all the qualifications. They have all the capabilities of going that far. CJ Stroud, Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, Justin Watson. You have Braxton Berrios as a depth piece. You can draft a couple guys in the second, third round. I don't care. You can get another wide receiver in the draft. You can get another tackle or guard in the draft. This Texans team is doing well. And the next couple of steps, besides this season, would be extending quarterback CJ Stroud. as well as extending star edge rusher Will Anderson. That's the only two things that are really crazy right now. As for Christian Kirk, that's the other wide receiver to where you're just like, and this is where the draft gets tricky because Christian Kirk might not be good enough. And I'm not saying that for Kirk, he's a good player. But is it enough to complement Nico Collins? You need some more, right? You brought in Watson, you brought in Berrios, but you're going to need something else. And that's why I think they made a visit with Matthew Golden. They're looking at another receiver, whether it's in the first or second round, I'm not too sure. And with the Texans signing Cam Robinson, I wouldn't be surprised if they went tackle or receiver because of the depth. Kirk, I don't think was Caserio's first option. I'm pretty sure it was Debo, but he didn't want to overpay for fourth or fifth. I don't really think it's overpaying for Debo because I think he's really good. But Debo and Kirk are kind of similar in terms of their injury-plagued history. If they're on the field, they're good. Debo is a number 2 behind Nico. I would have loved that. But enough of me rambling. This is supposed to be about Danielle Hunter. Let me know your thoughts on the contract extension. Let me know your thoughts on the offense. And another thing, any videos you want to see, me talking about who the Texans could go after, who the Texans could trade for, and basically expectations for this upcoming season. I'm ready. I'm pumped. I'm set. I wish free agency was a little bit longer. We still got about a month until the draft, so a couple things to really look forward to. But Danielle Hunter will be a Houston Texan into 2026. He deserved the contract extension. It brought the cap hit down a little bit, but it is a lot of money, so it's something to think about. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new, hit that sub button. As always, never miss a video, and we'll catch you in the next video.